moving, got to keep on moving on, keep going on, got to keep on moving on.
You all can make it
In life,
you got to
move
get focused.
keep on moving,
The sky is the limit.
You got to get there, keep moving, keep marching on.
You can make it
In life,
you got to get focused.
keep on moving,
The sky is the limit.
You got to get there, keep moving, keep marching on.
Keep on moving.
Keep moving, keep marching on.
Happy New Year, and we hope that January is treating you well. Welcome. This is Able Differently, a program where we always take charge. Success always comes with a set of responsibilities.
Those who understand the system and how it works stay at the peak of their careers or whatever they are doing much longer than those who don't. Today we focus on how you can enjoy life and maintain what life has given you. I am your host, Caxton Osozie.
And I'm Jane Theory.
Karibuni.
Keep moving, keep marching on.
Babelyn is the current Miss Tourism, Mombasa County, a title which is highly coveted. Emotional intelligence paired with working smart is what she says made her clinch the title. Take a look at that story.
You make me smile every day. Woman, you're my happiness, my loveliness. Kwawe bubu, kwangu mahabubu. Your beautiful eyes, shake your body till morning light.
In spite of being able differently, Babelyn is one of the few successful models in Kenya. She is a rare gem of talent and passionate, an attitude that landed her in Papa Denny's single song titled Sorry.
Nakupenda kila siku, Mungu tubarikiwe. I love you till I blow them. Answer boy, furthermore I'm Lord. Ni mimi na we, penzi nothing to us. Nakupenda kila siku, Mungu tubarikiwe.
As a child, Babelyn went through her milestone with ease until the age of 5 when her mother noticed something unusual.
Ni mtoto wangu wa tatu kwa watoto 6. Nilimzaa akiwa salama, alikuwa nasikia, alikuwa na alipofika mwaka wa 3 wa 4 alikuwa anaongea mpaka mwaka wa 5 hapo hivyo ndio tuliona hawezi kusikia.
As a family, all was well and she was accorded all the support she needed. However, the neighbors were never thoughtful about Babelyn's condition.
Ni kitu chenye kilileta shida sana manake kwangu na kwa kila mtu kwa boma. Manake ni ile unaamka asubuhi, unaita mtoto asikii, unamuongelesha haongei. Yani ni sababu asikii hawezi kuongea ama kukujibu. Ilikuwa kazi nyingine ilikuwa mbaya sana kwetu na ilituaffect sana. Kwanza nilikuwa nalia sana. Nikijiuliza kwa nini mtoto wangu amekuwa hivi? Ni kitu gani kimefanyika? Hajakuwa mgonjwa, hajaanguka, hajaumia. Ni hivyo tu from nowhere unapata mtoto haongei na asikii.
She discovered her modeling talent at a very tender age. As she grew up, it was easier to get support from people to achieve the dream.
I really was interested in modeling. So when I finished my high school, I decided to enter a modeling competition, but they said that, I needed to pay something. And we moved to an institute, a college institute where I entered for school to learn about beauty and modeling and therapy. There was also IT learning. So I really focused with the modeling bit and the beauty therapy because it matched my interests for about 2 years. And I took a break from education. I'll go back. And it was good. School was interesting. It was nice.
When she came of age, she gave it her full attention.
It began in 2014. Like I said, my interest and focus was in modeling. So I participated when I heard about Miss Tourism. And when I entered the reception area, I said that I really wanted to join. And they looked at me and they wondered how that would be possible. She asked me, how would you communicate? You know, because a model is meant to communicate and articulate about the tourism attractions of their county. But I explained I have an interpreter, so for me that wouldn't be a challenge. So the receptionist said, wait, hold on, let me go talk to the boss and then I'll give you the feedback. So she went and then she explained that there is a deaf lady interested in modeling, and the boss felt that it's not, because even in their list of requirements, they wanted to follow that and adhere to that, and there was no option for people with disability to participate. So they told me, I'm sorry.
Balancing between work and her modeling career has not been a problem. Working smart with emotional intelligence has enabled her create enough time for both.
So, you know, whenever I have activities, I'm happy that my department understands that I have been crowned as Miss Mombasa Tourism. So whenever I've been invited to events or I have activities to do, I always consult with my boss, and he's always lenient enough to give me time off.
Securing the highly coveted Miss Tourism Mombasa County was not a walk in the park. Babelyn had to ensure that she did her part.
In 2016, I heard about again Miss Tourism, so I said that I will join and participate, which I did. And that's what I did. And you know, I learned from my experience in 2014, all that I decided this time I'll be more serious, like if it was the catwalk, if it was for the dressing, interview, how to answer the question. I learned from that, and this time around in 2016, I really surpassed everything. And after that, you know, they started with the number 3 and the number 2. And then when they were about to announce number 1, I was thinking, who will that be? And they announced my name and I was so happy. Okay, first I was shocked. And my family was there, and I thank God I was crowned as Miss Tourism Mombasa County. And then we were now the representatives for different counties. We went to Vihiga, where we competed for the nationals, for the finals. So I became number 4, and I won Miss Congeniality. And I'm happy that I'm using this title to show that as a deaf person, as a person living with a disability, that I am capable of doing what other people are if they only give us an opportunity. And I'm grateful that my parents were there, and I'm happy that this is an opportunity to show that yes, this can be done. And also, I'm not giving up. I'm looking at the international competitions as well.
Babelyn's dream is to see persons with disabilities given such platforms to prove to the world that disability is not inability.
I would like the society to change their attitude towards people living with disability. We have parents with children with disability, and you know, I'm a role model that, you know, we can do all these things, so it's possible. My aim, I want to really be an international model, and that's my prayer, that's my belief, and that's my hope. And I'll never give up. That's my quote, that's what I live by.
Like everybody else, she has a unique way of getting motivated.
It's, you know, people who now look up to me right now, especially the people with disability. That's what motivates me to wake up every morning, to get out there. And you know, God made us the way we are, and I know we are capable of equality. It's just that the attitude is there. So I always wake up every morning to make sure that I give a different picture and that we can have equality. And you know, it's the same thing, because God has given us different skills, different abilities. So whatever we have is what we can use.
For those able differently, Babelyn's word of advice is,
never ever give up. What you can do, just do it. Because, you know, I've been there, I've been through it, it's been my experience. Don't feel like, why was I born like this? why am I like this? No, stop with the sympathy. Just do what you're capable of doing because you believe in yourself. You have your own talent. Even if, we've seen other people with disability in the arts who paint with their toes and so we have examples out there. Continue to be strong. And my experience, I'm willing to share with you my experience. Call me, I'm willing to come and walk that walk with you. And so I say that continue on strong.
In the quote of the day, we look at Leonardo DiCaprio saying that goes, "Be thankful for the hard times, for they have made you." What is your take on that, Paxton?
Thank you. Jenny, what I think about this quote is, if it's not my experience, I wouldn't be where I am right now. Take an example of someone who goes at the gym. You pass through a lot, like all the energy, pushing all the heavy stuffs, and you become stronger at long last. So life is the best teacher. I mean, the experience that we usually have is the best teacher, and it makes us experts and it makes us stronger in whatever we do.
And I believe that life is not a smooth sailing.
Yeah.
We all go through trying times only to make us better and better every other day.
Precisely.
So do not despair. Keep going.
Sure.
Let's take a short break and we'll be right back with more. So don't go too far.
Keep moving, keep marching on. Keep moving, keep marching on.
Welcome back. If you've just joined us, then you're watching Able Differently, where we continue to take charge. Born and raised in a polygamous family, Salome Muigai has a repertoire of accomplishments. She has overcome a vast number of challenges, and bearing in mind, she is a go-getter. Take a look at this story.
A sense of life accomplishment was clear in Salome Muigai's few minutes of introduction.
I'm a social development consultant. I have also been a teacher, a secondary school teacher, and I have also worked broadly in development work. I have worked in many parts of this country as a gender analyst and as a development worker. I have also been part of the Constitutional Review. I was a commissioner in the Constitution of Kenya Review Commission. I did a lot of my work in the Bill of Rights because of my background.
Born in a polygamous family, Muigai is the third born, and according to her parents' explanation, she survived the polio attack at a very tender age.
According to my parents, I was born without a disability, but I got polio when I was about 6 to 9 months. And I think there was an epidemic at around in the 50s, mid 1950s. So, and that's when I got polio. There was no vaccination that you got, like preventive vaccination that we have today. So a lot of children of that age of my age, got polio, and many of them actually lost their lives.
When she was born, it was perhaps at the time when children with disabilities faced a lot of discrimination. In spite of this situation, her parents loved her unconditionally.
I have a very, very supportive family. Both my father and mother and my stepmothers and my siblings all looked after me. I was accepted in the family. I was allowed to do the things that I could be able to do and encouraged to do it. My mother made sure I washed utensils and cleaned the house and did all that I could.
She started her schooling at Nderu and later on moved to Eldoret.
I went to Eldoret, very ready for class 3, and I did an interview. And the teacher, Mr. Isaiah Mtanyi, who is an amazing teacher, gave me an interview and said I read English very well, so I couldn't go to study 3, I should go to study 2. So the reason for putting me in study 2 was so that I could learn in English. And that's the best thing that ever happened to me, because I ended up getting an A by the time I was through with primary education, which took me to Kenya High School.
Muigai proceeded to join a high school of her choice, but she says it wasn't as smooth as she had expected.
I went to Kenya High School, which was a beautiful school, a national school with a lot of facilities. but with the biggest number of staircases that I have ever come across. And as a child with a disability, again, there was the headmistress tried very much to ensure that I was included in all aspects.
Having passed her KCSE examination, Muigai was hopeful that the next level would pose minimal challenges, but reality dawned on her when she started her classes.
I went to Kenyatta University. I took a teaching diploma in biology and chemistry to teach in second schools. And again, Kenyatta University used to be an army camp before, so it didn't have the number of buildings it has now. So, and because they were dealing with the army, the facilities were very far away. They assumed everybody could run. I remember the first time I went to my biology class. By the time I got to my chemistry class, there was only 10 minutes remaining out of a class maybe of 50 minutes. And that was another decision. Do I leave Kenyatta University or do I continue? So then I eventually bought a bicycle, a mountain bicycle. The first mountain bicycle, I think, at Kenyatta University is the one I bought for myself. And that is what made me be able to navigate the long distances of Kenyatta University.
She also recognized Matiang'i's Bill of Rights, affirmative action, and feels that it is a step in the right direction.
Listen to CS Matiang'i saying that we must have an affirmative action that takes children with special needs after they excel at their level to national schools, because that's how we got the girls to go to school with affirmative action, and the regions that were left behind. So affirmative action is part of our constitution, is part of our Bill of Rights, and that's what needs to be mainstreamed in all aspects of life, especially for women and men with disabilities.
After coming back from London, Muigai got a job at Jogoo House, but her aggressive nature could not keep her in one place for long.
I wasn't taken back to Kabete approved school. I was taken to Jogoo House. And Jogoo House was not as exciting as dealing with these amazing boys who are teenagers. And a lot of them have had a lot of bad experiences with the systems, whether it was the schools, whether it was the police, So my work was to try and mainstream, bring these boys back to a way of life that would be useful later on in their lives.
According to Muigai, disability is just but a dimension which people should embrace and enable a conducive environment for persons with disabilities to thrive.
When you have a disability, you never think in the box. The box doesn't have your interests. You are never allowed into the box. And then you are always strategizing because you are working. For me, my disability is mobility. So I'm working with my colleagues, and there's a trench which they don't even see. They just jump over. Or there's a rock which they just walk, hopscotch and jump. For me, I have to strategize. Now, how do I climb this mountain? Because that rock is a mountain for me, and that trench is actually a river for me. So you grow up as a strategist and thinking out of the box. I was shocked when I thought that these are things that people without disabilities are taught. And therefore, that's why we must mainstream people with disabilities. What do they bring in? They bring in thinking differently. Yeah? They think differently. We do. We have no choice. And we think out of the box because the box did not contain our issues. And these are the things you bring into a family. And these are the new skills that you bring into an institution that you work for. This is what you bring to your community and bring to your country. And I think these are skills that Africa needs to move to the next level.
Another rising issue was how the society treats the different genders of persons with disabilities.
Disability is a human dimension. It's actually a diversity dimension. It's neither bad nor good. It's the value that we put onto it. Look at that situation that I have just talked about. Because this boy could not go to look after the cattle, he was taken to school. Eventually, he became the head of the clan because he was the most educated. He's the one who knew what was happening. So that's a good example to show that disability need not be a negative. No, It is a diversity, a human diversity is a dimension, like being a girl, being white, being Kikuyu or Luo. It's what we do with it. It's the value that we put onto it.
Before she became a mother, she took care of her sister's children, and she says the experience prepared her for motherhood.
My sister passed on and left me 6 wonderful children. And again, on top of my very busy profession of work and life, I became a mother of 6. And it's not until, I think, over a decade later on, when I also got one biological child. So I've been a mother for the last 35 years. I have 5 sons and 2 daughters, and I have I think 16 or so grandchildren. So I have a full family life.
Keep moving, keep marching on.
Living without limbs can be a scaring experience, but when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Courtesy of YouTube, take a look at the following story.
Is an interesting journey of ups and downs. But how that journey ends is up to you today. You see, when you fall down, you feel like giving up. When times get tough, it's not the end. The question is, are you going to finish strong? The definition of a disability is something that will hinder you from being able to do something. I think, though, the greatest disability is not having no arms and no legs. The greatest disability is your mind, the choices that you make. The question is, are you going to make the right choices? Are you going to make the choice to have your life in its right perspective? Are you going to make the choice to get up instead of give up? Are you going to make the choice to dream big? There is no greater disability that we have in our life than to make the decision to give up. Because once you give up, then there is no hope. But until you give up, there is that hope. My passion is to encourage people, to inspire people to be all that they can be. I found my purpose, I found my strength, and I want you to find yours. Don't be afraid of failing. Every time you fall down, every time you fail, you learn something new. You're ready for the next one. You've learned how not to do something. Well, then learn from it and move on. Leave what's behind and press forward. You can only win if you don't give up. Go for it. Don't let anything hold you back. If nothing's holding me back, what's holding you back? No goal is too big. No dream is too far-fetched. It's as big as you can dream it. There are times in life where you don't see the purpose or the good in your situation. But just because you can't see it, it doesn't mean it's not coming. Who goes to the train station, looks down the railway and says, the train's not here, I'm leaving? You will wait for the train. Why? Because the schedule says that the train is coming. So just because you can't see the hope in your situation, it doesn't mean that it's not there. You see, many people think that I have only one foot, just because you can't see the other one. I've gone from a life without limbs into a life without limits. What about you?
Well, folks, that's all we had for you today. Let's pray that this year is bigger and better.
And make sure that you keep in touch with us on our social media platforms. I've been your host, Caxton Osozie.
And Jane Theory.
Goodbye.
You make me smile every day. Woman, you're my happiness, my loveliness. Kwawe bubu, kwangu mahabubu. Your beautiful eyes, shake your body till morning light. Japo sipati neno lako, ishara yaonyesha mapenzi. Je t'aime.